Welcome back, folks. I'm Jason Stockwell with Remax Results.
Good morning. Stephanie Havel, Wells Fargo Home Mortgage.
This is the Stockwell Eldridge Show, and we have a special guest, Tom Soderberg, here. We've been talking about a lot of stuff, actually. From Trump's place in Florida, housing, cabinets. I wanted to show, so if you guys check us out on YouTube, if you can check us out on YouTube, go to the Stockwell Eldridge Show on YouTube, start typing in Stockwell, and ignore the other videos, just go to the real estate ones. And
you have other videos?
Well, there's family videos and kid videos and stuff like that. Not bad videos, no. And all PG. But go to the Stockwell Eldridge Show on YouTube and like it or subscribe to it. But here's what I want you to see. And this is, I'll agree with Tom on this. And Tom knows because he sells these, so he knows which ones are being purchased the most. If you are looking to remodel your home, or let's say you're a new investor and you just bought a duplex, or you bought a single family, or you're renting your single family and you bought a new home, and you want to renovate it, the bathrooms, kitchens, and you want granite and whatnot. This is a very popular color. You can go into our Roseville Garden Station or into the Richfield Sheridan Villas. You'll see this antique white. Is that what they call this?
That's correct.
With some like trim. It's like a molding type deal to the cabinetry to give it some character. Made to look like an older
raised panel.
Yeah, raised panel. Yeah, very nice product. You can see that on our YouTube, and I'm seeing that. We have that actually in one of our models. We have more of a what do you call this again? Mocha?
Espresso.
I knew it was a coffee reference, but type cabinet in ours. It's more ours that we have in one of the models is more of a walnut, I want to say, so it's dark like this. Really good, clean, sleek, modern, looks really good. If you accent with white trim or enamel white around your base and trim and all that in your house, these look very, very good. And even with a light granite or a white toned granite in it with some darker, looks really, really good. And then just plain white. Bright, really bright. This is my wife's favorite. She loves white, clean, neat. I'm more of the espresso because all the dirt and stuff, you don't have to clean it and it won't show up.
With 3 kids, she loves white.
She loves white and you can clean it and you know it's clean. She's very, very into cleanliness. But this looks really, really good.
Thing.
So all these are the most popular ones right now, and you can check them out on our YouTube and ask any questions if you want, or call us, or if you have any questions, or call. Tom, do you want anybody calling you, emailing you?
Sure, absolutely.
Give out your either.
Okay. Well, my phone number is 763-219-5568, or you can email me, and it's just Tom Soderberg, TOMSODERBERG 82@gmail.com.
And we'll have that on our Facebook page as well, if you missed it, if you're driving. To check out.
My question, and so these are 2 different designs then, right? So we have this one, I guess this way here, this one with the cutout, and then the one with the raised panel. Is there a lot of other designs that people can choose from?
There are.
Okay.
I have a number of other ones I even brought with me today.
Okay.
But there are a whole range of them. We have about 6 other styles than that.
What about granite? I have a question. Shifting gears to granite.
Absolutely.
What's popular for granite right now?
The light colors.
Really?
Light colors, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I remember when I was doing,
we did all
brown.
Yeah, we did
I
all.
know, that's what I said. I was so surprised at the white. I thought the darker colors was
that was what was in. I don't know. Yeah, that was like 2010, 11, 12, right? I mean,
I think I remember the day that it went out. I was putting some tan brown in, and Jason called me up and he says, "Don't put any more tan brown in. We have seen enough of that going in our place."
I was starting to get feedback from people and buyers and things like that, and they wanted a light, a white or with a white or light color.
I think that was 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was actually kind of the fulcromic moment right there. It was actually me on a cell phone installing some granite in one of Jason's places, and him calling up and saying, "That's enough. No more of that."
Oh my God.
I do.
Oh my God.
I think I did. I remember that.
It's really like the day you get the call, yoga pants are out.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Zumas are in. What?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that?
Right? Oh my God.
That's one thing about being actively involved in the business and actually working still with buyers and sellers is you hear directly from them right then, real time. Or when you have listings and you have a lot of them going on, and you get the feedback from these agents directly from the buyers' mouths, hearing what is in and what's not, what they like, what they don't like. And you can react and shift it and change it and have the product available, and have guys like Tom and out there that can get the stuff that actually people want and push that into the product and push that into the homes and get that into the homes now. I think is great because buyers will tell you, they're not afraid to tell you what they want. They're buying it. They're putting a mortgage on it, a big mortgage usually.
And so the question is, so let's say, okay, you come to Wells Fargo, you get your home equity, I want to redo my kitchen, I call you, Tom. Are you the person, or you have people, like you said, you're representing Minnesota, like if I want a consultation, like, okay, my house is 11 years old.
Absolutely.
I think I'm ready for new countertops and cabinets. Okay.
Well, we have different people that put them in. Okay, so like I said
I'm talking
before,
about, should I go with white or espresso or antique white? I don't know what's going to work.
well, we would consult you on that. It would
Okay.
it would depend on what the woodwork is in your house and some other things that, when you come in the house, you can kind of tell this is going to fit, that's not going to fit. And that's really what we kind of do. I will say that when we're putting in the kitchens, we deal with husbands, we deal with wives, men and women, and the women always want exactly what they want. And so the women are looking for the product and they're looking for the install. And the men, of course, unfortunately, I dealt with Jason, are looking at price.
I was going to say, I'm looking at the price, right? Exactly.
And so you have the two of them, and that's where we started working with Jason, because I had such an unusual price because of our importation.
Yeah.
So I was at literally a third of what anybody can buy it at a big box store. Mm-hmm. So right off the bat, when you're saving thousands of dollars on that, and so it's a little bit of a mystery. We don't know many people that do single family homes because we can't really afford to market to that because our margins were so narrow. We had to go to people that were doing
volume,
100, 200 kitchens at a time because we had such a small margin on it, and we had a good price on the product. So this being manufactured there, and the stone as well.
Yeah, it was very successful, and it worked very well. And all the homes, I've resold a few of them that have come back, that have been remodeled, and the buyers have moved on or maybe grew and wanted a bigger home or something. All still good standing, no issues, and people still like it. It's still popular. It's still resold very well. So that's another thing to think about when you get something. Try to get something that's a little, if you're thinking about it for long term, is get something that you not only like and will use, but also that someone else may like or use down the road, and it has a timeless factor.
Don't you think if you like it a lot, don't you think other people do?
Most people. There are some oddballs out there, right? I mean, I'm an oddball. No, just kidding. But overall, yes, I tell buyers that. If a buyer comes in, here's the thing: if you're a buyer and you get in a home and you want to bid it on that home, and you find out there's other people that offered on it, and now you're in a multiple offer situation, you know what I tell the buyer? I say, hey, it's not a bad thing. I mean, yes, it's bad. You're probably going to have to pay more than you want, but the good news is if you do get it, you have a desirable home. Other people want it. If you ever have to resell it, you're going to be safe. You're probably going to be okay because you and others all agree on it. So that's. And then the other thing I want to tell on a flip note to a seller. If you're a seller and you don't know where to start, your home hasn't been touched like those apartment buildings maybe in 50, 60 years, and you don't know what to do and where to start, don't spend a dime until you talk to a professional, a realtor who understands the construction business and the pros and cons of either selling it as is and can give you that option, and also the pro of doing the work, getting it done, and then what that will get you in return. I see so many times where sellers spend so much money that they did not have to spend because they break even or even lose on the return on it because they don't do it right or properly, don't have the right advice, or they don't do the right things overall, or they do one thing but don't do the next thing, which is totally necessary because it doesn't make the first thing even viable.
They watch the wrong YouTube video.
How many old cupboards and cabinets do you see where they put just thick, beautiful granite over the top of cabinets that are from the 90s, and you know what I mean, that are maybe the solid oak that are popular, and then they spend $10,000 on their granite, and you're like, whoa, time out. Let's go back and rewind. You just messed up, but anyway.
Well, if they're not in the world of construction, they may not have the contacts all the way through. So they may pay extra for the plumber that other people, like you, for example, you wouldn't have done because you would have been a smarter person. When we were selling...
I don't want to say smarter, but I mean just overall, you have resources. We have resources.
And so when I do kitchens, I'm always looking for the people that are the most knowledgeable people. We don't have to market to the most knowledgeable people. They get it, right off the bat. And so if a person's remodeling a house and they don't know their different plumbers, they don't know different electricians, they're just going to pay too much because they don't have those contacts to begin with.
Well, we got to run. Thanks, Tom. Check us out. Remember, love yourself, love others. Have a great week. Thanks so much, folks. And it's usually quiet.